All right, so peace and blessing to y'all. What's going on? This will go up on probably go up on Facebook, probably go up on Instagram. But I'm definitely going to put this up on YouTube, Kingdom Fit Productions. Just wanted to come on, guys. It's Mike here, and just wanted to talk on something that I had on my mind the other day, and I put it down as a video topic. Let me see. I'm gonna actually. It's a little hot in the car. You cracked the door open a little bit, but it's just kind of touching on. I want to touch on the topic of pretty much how the youth are given the excuse of being young. Let me repeat that again. The youth are given an excuse to be young, or given an excuse for being young. Being young is an excuse nowadays. And what that leads to, let me tell you what it leads to. It leads us to making poor decisions. It leads us to being held back from our potential. See what I'm saying? That's what it does. You see? So the youth being held back from their potential, the youth being as immature, as uninformed, uninstructed, and misguided, misled as they are in today's society, that's a major problem. That's a major issue. And this wasn't even an issue back in ancient times. See, what you had back then, what you had probably what people would call biblical times and Roman Empire times, Greek Empire times, Persian, whatever, what have you. Young men were chosen to go to war. Well, I guess maybe 20-some-year-olds. Teens were getting married, and young people were doing way more. Young people were very much more mature, and they were doing things. They were out there, making things happen and advancing and getting ahead in life, getting a step ahead in the world. But see, what do we see today, right? And what it's gonna also lead to is why it is the way it is. Who is actually promoting all these things? Like, who's influencing these children, these young folks, the teenagers, late teens, early teens, mid, late teens, 20-year-olds? Who is influencing them to continue to stay in a state of just, ignorance and immaturity, and giving them the excuse of being young? Just go out and do whatever you want to do. Be young. Do this, that, and the other. Where did this concept even come from? I got to do more research on this, but it definitely did not come from no Bible. It definitely didn't come from ancient civilizations and stuff like that. Ancient world societies. You see? So the whole deal is, man, when young folks back then, what young folks had, the structure that they had around them was, of course, family. You had, order and structure in the societies that they were in. And it did not encourage, people being immature. Of course, men had to be a man. Women had to be women. Children had to be children in their infancy stages and to their adolescence. You see? But what does the Bible say? You got to train up a child in the way that he should go. Train up a child. Train him up. Train him. Train her. So the training process for people, individuals, starts early. The mindset, the culture, the information, and the skills needed to navigate the world, these things have to be done in the youth, the young adolescent stages. Like, you gotta instill it in them. But see, what happens is we have this thing, of course, letting a child be a child. And I understand the Bible also says foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, and children are gonna make a lot of mistakes, and they're not necessarily going to be accountable, for a lot of the things that they do, because they're children. It just is what it is, So, but at the end of the day, they have an age where they are going to be held accountable, and we're still stuck. A lot of children, a lot of what the ancient civilizations would call, not an adult, but pretty, I don't know, a man or a woman, a young man, a young woman. You know what I'm saying? That was probably when, for a woman, when they were ovulating and started getting their menstrual cycles, and men when they started hitting puberty, that's when they start becoming men and start forming the traits of being men and women. They're not children anymore, see? And now at that age, whenever that age may be, it might be older than 12. I don't know, just a little bit maybe, but in their teen years, they are instilled the morals, values, and really taught, but really out there getting the skills. And even you could do younger than that, but it's like, it's whatever people want to do. But the problem is that modern day society encourages these young folks, especially us still to this day in their 20s. Oh, you're young. They really calling us children. They're calling us child. You see what I'm saying? And it's not like I have a problem. I have a problem with it, but I understand it though, because this is the society we live in, where you don't have mature 20-year-olds. You don't have mature 18, 17, 16, 15-year-olds. Look at what they're doing out there. They're out there acting a fool. Out there just wasting their life away, don't have no guidance, don't have nothing. Who's to blame for this though? Who is to blame for the immorality and the just the ignorance and the foolish behavior of the youth, and then telling them, well, you got to get it all out now, because once you reach a certain age, man, it's not gonna be cool no more. It's not gonna be cute no more. So when was it ever cute? When was it ever acceptable? You're calling a grown 20-year-old man a child? Like I said, I'm not offended by any, because I still get called like a young man. I still get called a child, like you a baby, all this other stuff. But I'm not. No. And other 20-year-olds aren't either. But what does that do to the mind of a 20-year-old who's not trying to mature, who's not trying to grow up? Right? Really, it's like, it's from how, what I see is how people in, I guess what you would call like the generation before, maybe mine, the generations prior, they weren't necessarily, it seems as if they weren't necessarily mature. And this is, like I said, it's no shot at anybody who is older than me. I don't, none of that. I'm just trying to make an observation. Well, no, I'm making an observation. They weren't that mature. So, of course, they're not going to expect us, my generation or what have you, to be mature, or any generation prior to, before, or after me to be mature. They're going to continue to call us babies. They're going to continue to call us children, because we lack the maturity. We're not married at, 18, 20 years old. We're not developing business. We're not going into the family business around those ages. We're not working with our hands. We're sitting up in college, still learning up under somebody a whole bunch of nonsense that we're not going to apply to the real world. You see? And that's also another thing. And there's nothing wrong with going to college. It's just the observation is, it's holding us back. We're just learning and ever learning and ever learning. But where's the knowledge of the truth? Where is the skills needed for life? Life skills, where's the information? Where's the mindset that needs to be instilled in us? Where's the mindset? Where's the mindset? Where's the maturity level? I made a video on my YouTube, not probably a while ago, not that long ago, but it was like, no, but not that recent. It was like, how mature should we be in our 20s? You see what I'm saying? How mature should men be, women be? How mature should we be in our 20s? Why are we still making foolish mistakes? Like, why is this happening? Why are we making foolish mistakes when we're grown people? You know, at least we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be out here making logical decisions. Not supposed to be out here just going based off of our feelings and then just trying to, you know, party and go out here, travel here, go this way, that way, without any direction, without any level of moral compass. But then you make the excuse for us, but people like older than us make the excuse, oh, you're just a child, you're just a baby, you just, you know, you're a little, nah, you ain't grown up yet. When am I supposed to grow up? When are we supposed to grow up? When is the youth gonna step up? When is this gonna happen? Because see, you can't, like, 30? That's late. Especially for ladies. That's late. You're allowing women to wait to have a baby when they're 30? To get married when they're in their 30s? Men to get married at that time? No. You gotta understand, men's testosterone starts gradually decreasing just by increments, not a lot, just a little bit, but it decreases when they in their 30s, when they start getting in their 30s. Women start losing the eggs around that time, and they start becoming, you know, they're getting in the age where it's like they're gonna have complications. You see, this is science, this is all, you know, this is just information, these are facts. And this is stuff that's proven. You know what I'm saying? And what you gotta understand though, is that the longer you wait, you know, it's just gonna be harder for you to even try to establish yourself. It's gonna be hard. How you gonna establish yourself and get your life together at the age of 30? Like, come on, man. You gotta think about it, man. You had all this time. And we have to do this because we don't really have anything passed down to us. We don't have life insurance policies on us. We don't have people leaving we don't have our parents leaving anything for us, leaving any businesses, leaving anything inheritable. You see, we don't have that, and that just is what it is. We have to deal with that. You know, so that's why we have to continue to work, build now. But the thing is, we have to make sure that the way we build, we gotta look back at the old way, the ancient way, and hey, my opinion, my belief is that we gotta go back to the biblical way. See what I'm saying? Because we have to go back to the roles, and we have to get an understanding of what it means to really be a young man and really be, you know, mature in that, you know, in today's day. Because in today's day, man, we're just out here acting a fool. You know, our young men are dying at early ages over stupid stuff. Julio, what is it? Young rapper, man, out there in the streets, you know, dancing on his quote unquote enemy's grave. I mean, that's sick, man. You see what I'm saying? You think you don't have, like, you young, but yet you're young, but the actions, the seeds that you plant and you put in to the earth, they're gonna come back. The consequences is coming. Death is coming when you start doing stuff, stupid stuff like that. We do stupid stuff, but then it's like a child. It's like we get treated like children. And at the same time, it's like, man, you know, and at the same time, it's like, you know, people gotta shake our heads. People gotta shake their heads. So when are we gonna mature? Like, why is it that we are still why is it that excuses are still being made, you know, out there? Excuses are still being made for making, you know, but we're always gonna make mistakes. Grown adults gonna make mistakes. Whatever you want to say a grown adult is, but are going like, bro, listen, it's about maturity level, man. And we got to get back to it. We have to get back to the mature young men that we need to be. Especially like young folks, y'all got to listen up, man. Y'all are too immature. Y'all making the wrong decisions, and you have you know your parents, your aunts, uncles, whoever it might be, giving you the excuse of being young. That's not gonna cut it anymore. That's not how you're gonna get through in life. It's just not. You know, if you want to be one of these dead rappers, you go right on ahead and do some foolish stuff, and thinking that karma or reaping what you sow, that isn't real. You continue to think that. You see what I'm saying? You continue to think that. But I gotta encourage you guys and gotta motivate you guys and really get y'all to understand, like, it's not a game out here. Life is not a game. You can't be waiting around till you damn 30. What? What are you waiting around till you're 30 years old to get your life together for? You gotta get your life together now. Like, it should have been like together. You can't follow the crowd. You can't follow what everybody else doing. Everybody else out there wasting and destroying their life. But what are you doing? What are you doing? You ain't holding on to the truth. You ain't holding on to what's gonna profit you and benefit you. You steady acting on your feelings, your emotions. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody even cares about how you feel. Nobody cares. The real world don't care how you feel. You see? It's gonna smack you in the face, and you're gonna be wondering why. You're gonna be pleading with God like, why? Why'd you make it this way? Why is it this way? Why is it that way? You see what I'm saying? It shouldn't be this way, God. It shouldn't be that way. When that just is what it is. That's just how God made things. Consequences and rewards, risks and rewards. See what I'm saying? Check your behaviors while you're young. I know I don't have, especially on YouTube, I don't have like a lot of young folks that watch me. It's usually the ones that, you know, in between like the late 20s, mid to late 20s to the 30s, you know, maybe up to the 40s a little bit. It's interesting. But, you know, hey, y'all, we gotta get together, man. We gotta get these youths on the game. We gotta get these youths more mature and doing things productive in society and stop wasting time. Y'all, we make excuses for, like, people make excuses for us young folks to just waste time in our 20s and even in our teens. And then our life is not together, and we wonder why we're so immature. We wonder why we're so far behind. You see what I'm saying? I gotta set my son, my daughter up light years ahead of what the next generation's coming up. Because the way society's going, it just is what it is. I don't see it getting better, but, you know, they're gonna be light years ahead. I gotta set them up now. I gotta set them up with the mindset that you can't play. You know, I don't want them to necessarily have to work as hard as I had to do, but they have to understand. They have to get the mindset. The character has to be built up in them. You see what I'm saying? The character, who they are. You know, they gotta be shaped and mature enough to get out here when I send them out there. You know, that's something a lot of us just did not have. And it is what it is. No hatred. That's just the way it is, and we cannot get mad at the messenger. You see? But I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. I hope you guys liked it. You know, share it with others, because I think it's very key. You know, if any of y'all want to, you know, want me to, I guess, do another one on this, maybe expound a little bit more, give maybe some examples. It was just kind of touching on it. Give more examples. Then, hey, you know, just feel free to reach out, share your thoughts, let me know. Yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.